fees, and I'm reaching for the decent skis and a piece of the beef frequent bees and a freaking bee heaped in cheese. And they want the Dark Knight.
I am going 6-0 in the division because the rest of the division sucks.
This is the best division in football, Tori. Take that step back. We are seeing the true quarterback that he really is, which he is not a very good quarterback.
Welcome to the Man Now, where we taking over. It's time to give you them facts. Won't miss a game or two, cause we here for you and we reporting all of them stats. We coming to you live to keep you updated. Broadcast across the country, we the fan favorites. Break the volume to the max and don't nobody touch it. We crossing topics off the list, addressing every subject. So if you ain't got a clue, then you can tune in and give it 24 hours and we back again. Breaking news, new scoops, we the top dogs. From the fields to the courts, we report it all. Buzzer beat us through your speakers, we the ones to call. Trust us for the news if it's got a ball. Giving you the top stories cause we love the turf. Tell a friend to tune in and where you heard it first. Yeah, you're listening to the Man Now. We taking over, it's time to give you them stats. Yeah, you listen to the Man Now. Miss a game or two cause we reporting all of them facts. Yeah, you listen to the Man Now. We taking over, it's time to give you them facts. Turn the speakers up a little loud. Miss a game or two cause we reporting all of them stats. Because you listen to the Man Now.
And welcome to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour. Try to head over to manhourradio.com and check out the blog section. Check out the merchandise section as well. And, of course, check out your team news over there as well. Click on the NFL. Bada bing, bada boom. All 32 NFL teams are right there live with podcasts, blogs, and, of course, news as well. Everything happened over there at manhourradio.com. Check it out. Also, if you are new here at youtube.com/manhour, consider subscribing and liking this YouTube page. Guys, we are like 80 away from 2,000. I would love to get 2,000 by the start of the NFL season. So definitely share this with a couple friends, comment and have a grand old time, because the comment section is off limits, guys. You do whatever you want. Say what you want. Obviously you can't curse because YouTube will automatically say, hey, you can't say that. Naughty, naughty, naughty. But whatever, it is what it is. Tonight, guys, it is just going to be me solo here, as it is on most nights here at 8 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/manhour. And I got about 30 minutes for you guys, maybe 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how things go. But we are going to talk about Colin Kaepernick and DeShaun Watson. So obviously the title of the show is DeShaun Watson's Accusers finally speak out. Yes, DeShaun Watson's Accusers finally speak out. So we are going to start right there tonight. So let me go ahead and bring up the article. And I don't know how to say the girl's name, so we're just going to call her Ashley. So Ashley and Kayla Hayes spoke out with Soledad O'Brien's HBO Real Sports with Brian Gumbel that aired on Tuesday night. And basically they are explaining what happened with the whole DeShaun Watson case thing, right? So Solis is the one speaking here, and she says, as I am working, DeShaun Watson deliberately grabs himself and puts his hand and puts his penis on my hand. So basically he's laying face up, she's rubbing his thighs or something, and he pulls out his wanker and pops on her hand. Maybe looking for a hand job. Maybe he just had an itch and that BBC just flopped on his hands. Who really knows? And she said, I pulled my hand away instantly and started to cry. And I told him that I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. So she never said that she left. She never said that she did this or this. But then Hayes comes out and she explains her alleged experience with Watson as well. Hayes said that he wanted me to kind of make a V motion around his pelvic area. So go across his stomach, down to his thighs, up to his stomach, Hayes told Brian O'Brien. I kept massaging and did not want to ask until I kept massaging and did not want I kept massaging and did what he asked until his penis kept touching me repeatedly as I did it. He was moving his penis back and forth as on my hands as well. Hayes affirmed that this was an intentional by Watson's part, and at some point he did ejaculate, and that was mortifying and embarrassing and disgusting. Okay, so first things first. The first lady, she said she cried and yada, yada, yada. She never said she left the room or stopped or told anybody, right? This other girl kept doing it until he ejaculated, until he cummed on her hands. But yet, it's wrong. So basically, like, okay, these girls are, I mean, yes, the stories that are saying they're matching up, right? They're basically, he wanted them to jack him off, yada, 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 right? But none of them ever left the room. None of them ever told anybody. None of them ever just said, you know what, don't do that. The one girl said she kept massaging it until he ejaculated. So obviously she wasn't too mortified by it, right? Because, you know, he had a big old flaming hard cock in her hand and, oh, whatever. Shit happens, right? When you party naked. I don't know. But regardless, they go on to carry that. Basically, DeShaun Watson trading to the Cleveland Browns was a complete smack in the face. This man is getting $320 million after he made us feel like complete dog crap. Okay? So you guys are mad that he got traded. You are mad that he is no longer in Houston area and can harass you, right? What, do you want him to stay in Houston and come back for some more? Like, that's basically, this whole thing is so effed in the head at the end of the day. It is so stupid. It is so asinine. And truth be told, like, after the first 19 women and nobody ever came forward till, you know, one whistleblower, aka the Houston Texans owner, said, hey, we need this to happen, right? It doesn't make sense to me. Why are you guys mad that this man got $320 million? Why are you mad that this man left Houston and went to Cleveland, far, far away from you? If you were so mortified by it, so hurt by it, so destroyed by it, why did you keep playing with his penis until he came? I'm asking for a friend. So, the one girl said she literally cried, but she never said she stopped or left the room. The next girl, Hayes, said that she did it until he was satisfied. The other girl said she enjoyed it. Well, not enjoyed it, but you get what I'm saying. These women are complete freaking idiots. They want their 5 minutes of fame, what it comes down to. They want to piggyback on DeShaun Watson getting a massive deal, $320 million. And these three women went to HBO Sports, probably got $1 million for the story. I mean, let's just call it spade a spade. They got paid for it. And now they're going to Amber Heard it. They're going to blow it out of proportion and twist it and be a narcissistic. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. These women are completely stupid, completely dumb. Just shut your mouth, take your money, and be gone. You know damn well DeShaun Watson paid them. Now, because there's no criminal charges and like yada, 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 they're all like, oh, this sucks. Oh, my life is over. Shut up. Shut up with this. This is completely dumb, completely asinine. I mean, yes, it is weird that three women had pretty much the same exact story, right? But they're all three on the same show at the same time. They collaborated and it's like, oh, let's make this as egregious as we can. But Hayes is like, I kept doing it until he ejaculated. I kept doing it until he ejaculated. Okay. If you were so destroyed by it, why did you keep going? That is like bending over and taking it in the butt and it hurts and it tears your butthole and it's bleeding. You're like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm scared he's going to say something. Whatever. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Moving on. I feel like we could talk forever about DeShaun Watson, but moving on. Colin Kaepernick. Mr. Neil himself, hand on the forehead, Afro self, himself, hasn't played in the NFL since 2016. Looking at 6 years since he has taken an NFL snap. He's going to be 34 years old this season. That's right, 34 years old. He now is scheduled to have a workout with the Las Vegas Raiders. That's right, Colin Kaepernick is going to have a workout with the Las Vegas Raiders to potentially become a backup quarterback, if not starter, in Las Vegas. Because for whatever reason, Las Vegas Raiders hate Derek Carr. I don't know why. So I got to thinking, what notable 34-plus-year-old quarterbacks in the NFL are making significant impact last season? So last season, there were roughly 10 quarterbacks above the age of 34 in the NFL. Names like Tom Brady, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Chad Henne, Brian Hoyer, Matt Ryan, Chase Daniels, and Josh Johnson, and Colt McCoy. Okay. Oh, and we had Andy Dalton as well. How many of those quarterbacks you guys think played a full 17-game season as a starter? 4 of them. 4 of them. 3 of them are future Hall of Famers for sure. Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, and Aaron Rodgers. Matt Ryan will probably end up in the Hall of Fame as well. So we'll throw 4 in there. Is Colin Kaepernick on the level of any of those quarterbacks whatsoever? No. How about this? Is Colin Kaepernick on the level of Joe Flacco? No. Joe Flacco is way past his prime. Was really never a really good quarterback if you want to get down to it. Yes, he led the Ravens to the Super Bowl. I think he won that Super Bowl on the back of the defense. And then when he was paid to be the man, they sucked and he got shipped to what? Denver, was it? Denver he got shipped to? Chad Henne and Brian Hoyer have been career backups. Chase Daniel, career backup. I don't even remember who Josh Johnson is. Colt McCoy, a career backup. Andy Dalton had a pretty good season in Cincinnati since now he's a career backup. So, at this point, it is not Colin Kaepernick's ability to play, because we all know his ability to play, which is complete nothing. That's why he got cut in 2016, or, he got benched. It wasn't because of the kneeling. It wasn't because of the off the field angles. He just flat out sucked. So you think 6 years removed from sucking in the NFL, not playing any leagues, not just going out and throwing with some non-padded workout with some college kids is going to make you automatically as good as Matt Ryan? As good, if not better, than Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger? Yes, I would still take Ben Roethlisberger over Colin Kaepernick right now, even though he is well past his prime and over the hill. Tom Brady, obviously. Come on, man. 44 years old. Wow. I mean, just like, what is people's fascination with Colin Kaepernick? Like, seriously, sit down and look at the stats. He had 2 good seasons, 2013 and 2014. I believe 2014 was the year they went to the Super Bowl, right? He had a couple good seasons. 2015 sucked. Completely sucked. I think they're like 3-13 or something like that. 2016, I don't have the stats in front of me. He was 0-11 before he got benched, if I remember correctly. Sorry, injured, shoulder injury, right? Like, let's just be flat honest. He wouldn't even be in a starting position if Alex Smith wouldn't have got a concussion. Alex Smith probably would have led the 49ers to 2 or 3 Super Bowls if he wouldn't got the concussion and Colin Kaepernick wouldn't come out and explode for a couple games like, oh, we can't sit the hot hand, whatever, yada, 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 right? That backfired on him. But it just goes to show you that the squeaky wheel always gets the oil. The more noise that Colin Kaepernick makes, the more we pay attention to it. Do I want to? Absolutely not. Is it headline news? Yes. And it sucks because he is a complete dog shit quarterback. He's a dog shit human being. What has he done since he got that big old, Black Lives Matter deal and, the big deal with Nike? Have you heard of him helping anybody? Going to inner city schools where black people are dominant in inner cities, like obviously helping them out, getting them into class and yada, yada, yada. No, he's just living in his mansion in like LA and soaking up that lucrative deal and saying, oh, the NFL blackballed me. It's because I'm black. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, every time I hear people say that, it's because I'm black. It triggers me. It triggers me. Do you guys know where racism is? Where racist people are? It is not middle-class America like you and me. It is not in poverty-stricken. It is the government. The government is where the racialism, the racist is. They have an agenda and they're driving it to us each and every day. Boom, 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 boom. Take this down your throat and take it and like it. Therefore, and then it trickles down. As the old saying goes, shit rolls downhill, right? Started from the top and now we're here. We are now here in a racist world that we never, I don't know. Let's not get too political here, right? So, 1Pi40 says, so do you believe he should go to jail? Why would Colin Kaepernick go to jail? Because he sued the NFL, he got a settlement, and now he wants to come work for the employer that he sued. Like I don't think of any laws that that Colin Kaepernick broke. Or are you referring to DeShaun Watson? I don't believe DeShaun Watson should go to jail. I believe 1Pi40 that is what you are talking about. Do I believe DeShaun Watson should go to jail? Absolutely not. DeShaun Watson should not go to jail. These three women that come out and like spoke said that they kept doing it until he ejaculated. What part of no ever came out of their mouths then? If they didn't want to do it, they could have stopped and walked away. It is not like he had him handcuffed and said, do it or I'll get you fired or something. In that interview, none of them ever said that. The only thing they said is that he kept putting his penis, like his penis kept touching their hands. When you have a 5-inch or a 5-foot wanker and bum, yada. I mean, the Hayes girl said she literally kept going until he ejaculated. Kept going until he ejaculated. How is that? 1Pi40 says, so you believe he's innocent? I mean, he obviously was found innocent of all criminal charges because they were like blown out of proportion, sit there and saying they're like raping them and making babies and all this other stuff. So do I believe he is innocent? Yes. In the court of law, yes. But as far as like being right, I mean, obviously that was not right, but the girls could have said no as well, or just like not done it. Right? They said in the interviews, backtrack here, Hayes said he asked her to massage in a V area around his thighs, around his penis, up to his belly in a V motion. Did she say no? She did not. Did she do it? She did. Did he ejaculate? He did. Therefore, it was going for at least 30 seconds, right? I mean, let's just be honest. It was probably longer than that, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it was a minute and a half. She had 86 seconds before that to decide if she wanted to keep on going or not, right? What's up, Drew? I see you, man, in the like in the chat. 1Pi40 says, so it was consent then. I would consider it consent, yes. If you ask a lady to do XYZ and she does it, that is consent. Right? How is it not? If I ask you to hit the like button and you do it and then you go back and recant like, oh, he made me do it, that you did it by yourself. I gotta have a gun to your head saying hit that like button. Like, come on, people. Like, common sense is so bad. It is just absolutely ridiculous. It is so bad. Trent Mason says facts. Absolutely, Trent, my man. It is like a woman. Let's flash back to the guy in Baylor because this is a perfect example. A black football player and athlete at Baylor had sexual relations with a white woman in college. They both were drinking. They both mutually hooked up, and then this white woman's parents found out that she hooked up with a black guy, and then all of a sudden she screamed rape. He raped me. What? We mutually went to the party together. We had drinks. We mutually went home together. We known each other all freaking like year, and then all of a sudden it's rape because your parents find out that we're having sex. Stupid. It literally cost this guy millions upon millions of dollars. He did not get. He was a first round draft pick, but then like a week or two before the draft, all this came out, and he literally lost everything. He's working at Target distribution now. Like, so yeah, I mean, one pride for it says true. Yeah, so you guys are all kind of on the same side as me. Like, the whole Deshaun Watson thing is completely stupid at the end of the day. These women, all 28 of them, I mean, obviously we can't speak for all 28 of them, but the 3 that came out and spoke in the HBO Sports, Real Sports with Brian Gumbel, they all 3 that said the same thing. Deshaun Watson asked them to rub in this general area, and they said no. The one girl said she just started to cry and kept doing it. What? If you were so hurt and upset by it and you're crying, like, come on, like, Jesus. And the other girl pretty much said the same thing as the other 2 did. So, they all collaborated on stories and yada yada yada. But we digress from that. Trent says, if false or innocent accusers are towards an athlete or a statue, I think the women should have to suffer the consequences an athlete would have faced. So, Trent, on that aspect, I think it goes further than athletics. Let's take this into the real world. Let's say we did not have the money that Deshaun Watson has or the notoriety that Deshaun Watson has. If even 2 women come out with the same story and said that we were getting a massage and we put our penises on their hands, they would almost instantly throw us in jail, no questions asked. Right? Basically because we don't have the money to fight it, hire the best lawyers, yada yada yada, right? So, if that were to happen, I would lose my job, probably lose my wife, never see my kids again, never be able to work at a school district like again and coach football or baseball or like anything because it would be a sexual assault, right? But I do agree with you. If I then were to be found innocent, yes, my name is already ran through the mud. 100%. My name will never recover from anything that was accused because you cannot erase stuff from the internet. Michael Buckeister accused of such and such. Although he was found innocent, it's still out there. So when I go out, applied for a job, and they Google me, poof, that's the first thing that's going to come up, right? If you Google Deshaun Watson right now, that's the first thing that comes up. He was found not guilty of 28 criminal charges, but that's the first thing that comes up. Deshaun Watson, 28 women accused of sexual misconduct or something like that. Guarantee it. So on the flip side of that, when a woman falsely accused somebody of rape, falsely accused them of this, and this, I agree with you 100%. That woman should then, in return, have to spend the time in jail that I would have. Because I believe if you get accused or, found that you raped a girl, right, you're going to spend 15, 20 years in jail. Now, if you found that this is all bullshit, the girl should definitely spend 15, 20 years in jail because she just ran your name through the mud for whatever reason. Because you didn't want to be her husband, because you didn't want to have babies, and poof, all of a sudden, he raped me. And it's my word against her word at the end of the day, and 9 times out of 10, the world that we live in, it falls onto the girl's side. In the state of Kansas, if you are dating a girl or a man, or if you're in a relationship with like anybody, and the cops are called for a domestic violence, you guys could just be having a loud, yelling conversation. No hands, no nothing. In the state of Kansas, somebody is going to jail. 10 out of 10 times, it's going to be the male. That's just the way it is. I have legit seen a girl put hands on a man, give him a black eye, cut his face, all on videotape. The cops took the man to jail because she said this, this, and this, and they didn't even listen to his side of the story. It is. You guys are being awful friendly in the chat. Drew says, "What's up, Trent?" And what's up, One Pride 40? I'm glad you guys are making a family over there. We have good times over there. We're trying to grow, trying to be all amazing. Be sure to hit that like button. How's it going, Drew? Not even if they had an athlete yet. So exactly what I said. Howdy rule. Agreed. Pride. Drew just made dinner. What'd you have for dinner, Drew? I'm kind of hungry. I had a bowl of cereal, Captain Crunch. Is Captain Crunch the second greatest cereal ever behind Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Captain Crunch, and then probably Honey Nut Cheerios? I agree. Messed up world we live in. Absolutely right. Man, this world is so dumb that we live in right now, boys. Look at Texas, right? 19 students, or 19 people killed at an elementary school, and like the next day there's 3 or 4 more shootings. Stupid. One Pride 40 says she cannot file anything without proof. That is a complete lie, One Pride 40. Everything is going off of hearsay. If a woman goes to a police station and said, "This man abused me, this man raped me," they are instantly going to go talk to the man, see if they were with that girl. Bada bing, bada boom, he's in jail. He is in custody until proven innocent. And in that state, you are guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove your innocence. You don't have to prove that you're guilty because her word says that he raped me. See you later, like alligator. After a while, crocodile. Yes, it is proven that they falsely accused a person and then end up in. Yes, it is proven that they falsely accused a person. It is then up to the prosecutor to press charges against them or false statement. And 9 times out of 10, Drew, from my experience from watching Law and Order, Discovery ID, and all that crap, they don't want to go after the falsely accusing women or men for that example, because then that puts the precedent that we don't want you to be scared to come to report stuff. So I have never seen anybody get charged for falsely accusing somebody unless the other person is really adamant about it, has a lot of money, and they push it, right? Mike for Prez. I would run for president. I would probably end up shot in six months. Let's just be honest. So I'd definitely take out a pretty healthy life insurance policy. I'll get you guys all in it. But yeah. Alpha Rob, what's up? Alpha Rob, he says, "I agree with you, Buck." With nose bruise. Yeah, so One Pride 40, you are saying that a woman cannot falsely accuse a man without proof, right? So like I said, let's flash back to that Baylor guy. They literally had relations a month before that, right? Actually, it may have been back in Christmas time. The draft was in April. 2 weeks before the draft, she come out and said, "This man raped me." 4 months later, even if she would have had bruise, semen in her still, video, something, right? Nothing was there. It was all hearsay. I hate to say it, but it is true. A woman can literally be lying through her teeth, not know you from Adam, and say, "This man raped me, this man hit me." You are going to go to jail. You are going to be detained. You're going to be questioned. You're going to have to hire a lawyer and prove your innocence in the court of law. And if you don't have money, you're fucked. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Trent says Captain Crunch is first. No, it's not. The crumbles at the end of the... Oh my God, Trent. You had it. Drew's having tacos and tortillas. It is Taco Tuesday, isn't it? Drew, it's Wednesday. You can't have tacos on Wednesday. Besides, did you guys know that LeBron James just tried to copyright Taco Tuesday? Trent. So yeah, that is the guy, Charles Oakman. The guy had like 15 abs. But he was like number 1, always wore his jersey tucked up. Yeah, that's who I'm talking to. One Pride 40. I don't know who Brian Banks is. Let me Google Brian Banks. I assume that he was a nether maybe. When I Google just Brian Banks, and brought up a Taylor Swift song. That's weird. Yep, yeah, put Brian Banks. Yeah, I don't know who Brian Banks is. One Pride 40. Unfortunately, it's just bringing up a bunch of songs. Brian Bank at Leanham Hospital. Banks to Brain lyrics. I don't know, man. Apple Jacks are good. Very good. Alpha Rob. Like, Apple Jacks are good. I haven't had Apple Jacks in so long. LeBron made the 3rd NBA all team. Feels weird to me not seeing him in the decline. Well, I mean, if you look at it, LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players that we've ever seen, right? In recent memories, even better than Michael Jordan, Cole, and Kobe Bryant. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Father Time is still undefeated, and you can't try to build a superstar team with a bunch of aging stars and expect to win. So that way, he's 36 years old. You have to carry a bunch of other 36-year-old, 37-year-olds. It's not very good at the end of the day, unfortunately. But one Pride 40 says Brian Banks had a full ride scholarship to USC and then he got accused of rape. Oh. Apparently, one Pride 40, you can't say rape. My bot blocked you. But yeah, I saw it. So Brian Banks had a full ride scholarship to USC and they got accused of rape. So yeah, so I actually, in my high school, Trent, you might remember this. There was an 18-year-old kid that was dating a 16-year-old. They were dating for a couple years, right? And then after graduation, the kid just turned 18, and him and his girlfriend were having relations in the football parking lot, and his parents knew they were having relationships, and they called the cops on him for statutory rape. He had believe it was a baseball scholarship to Indiana, lost it all. Boom. Because the girl's parents were upset that she was having sex with this guy. So, yeah, I mean, guys, as men, we have to always watch ourselves, watch our P's and Q's. Also, pretty much watch who you hang with. But guys, I am up against the time. The half hour went quick. Thank you guys for popping in. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. East Coast time, right here, YouTube.com. I'm trying to get my man Luke G on, because I saw a stat where there was a Detroit Lions receiver that was top 10 fantasy points this last season. Now he is a Detroit Lion. I'm kind of curious of how he is going to do. We all like some fantasy football here, so let's get some fantasy football talk on, right? But guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good night, guys. Good night, Trent, One Pride 40, Alpha Rob, Drew, all the rest of the boys. Rule the Jungle.